Welcome to another training video from XMPRO. Today we'll be looking at linear gauge and how to use it in App Designer.
Linear gauge can be found under basic category, or you can search it from the search text box right here. Now you drag it to the box that you want to display and shows you the default layout of linear gauge. From here you can see we have a range from 0 to 100, an indicator to show the current value, and the title. And now we jump into the edit mode to change the rate of how it looks. Now we're going to broad properties of the linear gauge. Under appearance, you will see visible option. They will be the same as the other App Designer controls. And we can change the title here. Now we say we change it to temperature. We can also change the orientation of linear gauge. The default value is horizontal, and we can change it to vertical. The font color will be applied to the step of the linear gauge as well as the title. So now we change it to a darker color. The tick interval would be the value between each step of linear gauge. The default value is 10, and we can change it to 5. Linear gauge can be displayed more than one value. And if you want to add more value, it will be under the sub-values category. And we can also change the indicator type for sub-values. We can change it to rectangles, circle, etc. But for demo purposes, we keep it as text cloud. We can change the text format to percentage if we want to. Also, we can change the indicator color. So we change it to purple. We can also configure the indicator offset if we want to display the indicator in a different location. In the behavior, we can set the range of the linear gauge. The default would be 0 to 100, and we can change it to 0 to 60. Under value, we can configure the value of the linear gauge. We can change it to 40. Also, we can add the sub-value by clicking on the plus button. We can specify 10 and 20. Now, we're going to show you the changes that we have made. Now you see the linear gauge have been changed orientation from horizontal to vertical. We have a value of 40 and two sub-values 20 and 10. We also changed the title from linear gauge to temperature. Let's say we want to read the value from a dollar source rather than a static value. And we can jump back to the edit mode and see how we can configure that. To make the linear gauge read from a dollar source, you must add the linear gauge to a controller support dollar source, for example, a box or a dollar repeater. From here, I already configured the box to connect a SQL table. Now we can drag a linear gauge into that box. We go to the value under broad properties. From here, we can change the value from static mode to dynamic mode. And now we can select the dollar source from here. The same can be applied to the sub-values as well. And this is linear gauge in App Designer. Thank you for watching.